Go.
Okay.
Hey, welcome everybody to the Monday Night Live Madison Mountaineer Podcast tonight. And we're going to start off a little different this time. We're going to start off with our Mountaineer Player of the Week, the legend, soon to be legend of Madison County. She has blazed a trail for women's sports in Madison. She doesn't realize this, but she's making history in Madison County. And we're all so proud of her and all of her. Tally Coates. The pride of Wolftown. Woo woo. So, Tally, I know you love to talk. Tell me a little bit about yourself.
Well, I'm a senior at Madison County High School. I play multiple sports. I'm class president for the seniors.
Awesome.
But
Yeah, so what got you interested in playing football?
well, I guess Coach convinced me. He's very convincing. But I guess I was just I've played soccer all my life, so I guess it was like, well, can't be that hard, right?
Well, I know one thing. I'm glad you made that decision. I'm glad Coach asked you because you've really been, a backbone of this team the last 2 years. I don't want to put pressure on you, but you're like an automatic, man. She gets up there and we got a young lady here is kicking field goals, extra points from us, doesn't miss.
Beautiful.
And we go up against other schools, all these guys up there, and they think there's something, but guess what? They ain't no Tally Coach. So tell me a little, so what other sports you like to play for Madison?
I play, of course, football, and then indoor track, and then in the spring I do track and soccer.
Track? You do track and soccer?
Yes.
Wow. How in the world do you do that?
Just talk to the coaches and schedule it out.
Wow, that's pretty incredible. So what do you run in track?
I do shot put.
Oh, shot put?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. That's incredible. You don't see it very often. So who is who's your role model for you in sports? Is anybody you like to?
Well, when I grew up, my sister I always went to her games, and I was very little. She was in high school when I was in probably like first grade.
Yeah.
And so I just saw her doing volleyball, doing track, and all these different sports, and my parents put me in soccer since I was very, very little, so they just influenced me to keep doing sports.
And I'm sure your mom and dad, Kenny Coates and Temple Coates, I'm sure they're so proud of you. And what a great family you have. They're such nice people, and they've been a really big part of our community for a long time.
Amen.
So what are your plans for after school?
4-year college, don't know where yet, but hopefully accounting, get my CPA.
Yeah. Well, that's smart. Well, I'm not lying, I'm not saying this, but we're so proud of you and what you've done. It is really incredible. And thank you, Coach Helmet, for talking to come in here. Thank you for being here today. And thank you for what you've done so far in your career. And we really appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. All right, now we get Coach Helmet to come out.
Oh.
So, Coach, huge win this week. Go up to the big rival and your rival in Weeman Road. I won't say Green County. Weeman Road High School. And tell us about the game.
It was a great game, great environment, back and forth, 14-13 game. Tyler was a big part of that. She makes her extra points look effortless. I don't think people realize how hard that really is.
Right.
To have it's got to be the perfect snap, perfect hold, the blocking, and she makes it look so effortlessly. She gets it off quick. There's barely any time to ever have any pressure, so just kudos to her, and I'm super proud of her. But the game itself was a phenomenal game to be a part of. Thought defense played really well. Offense played well. We were doing some things we don't normally do. We spread it out a little more than we're used to. but I thought we played very, very well as a team.
Yeah, had some new faces this week who played a lot too. You want to talk about them?
Yes, I mean, I was, one thing I was really proud of, defensively, we had 14 players with at least one tackle.
That's awesome.
14 players with at least one tackle. That just shows how many guys were rotating and getting in. We had 10 players with over 5 tackles and 5 players with over 8. So just the production being so spread out makes me proud because it means everybody's contributing, everybody's sticking their nose in there and getting down to the grind. So very happy with that. Some new faces you probably saw this week that you're not used to. We moved C.J. Payne. Corey Payne has been the starting running back for the last 3 weeks, so we moved him to wide receiver in the slot. And we started true freshman Caden Cottom. If you've seen Caden last year commanding the JV team as quarterback, he's going to be a special player. We got a couple young ones that are going to be really special. Caden Cottom, Chance Ferris, Avery Mitchell, Liam Frazier. They are very good football players. They have high football IQ and they work really hard. In the off season, they're all playing multiple sports, but you can find them in the weight room. You can find them at personal trainers doing speed work. So they're putting in a lot of work to get to where they're at. And I haven't started a freshman, Jerry, in 4 years.
Right.
And I'm starting 4 of them.
Yeah.
So to do that, it takes some talent. We finally kind of got to the point where, when I first got here, we had to start anything we had, right? We had low numbers.
Right.
Everybody was pretty much freshmen.
Right.
But as time went on and the numbers were really good, and our numbers are good this year, but they just have so much talent, I couldn't keep them away from the varsity field. So, we're excited to see what the future holds for them. They're getting better. They're already really good, but they're getting better each week. You saw Chance's speed on some of those jet sweeps. He can get around the corner, and he's rolling, right? Caden Cottom was tough. Liam's been tough on defense all year. He's playing safety. He has a lot of tackles, pass breakups. Avery Mitchell has really come on at corner. He's already, he's got 6 or 7 pass breakups already, and he's usually guarding their number 1 receiver man up. So I'm just impressed with the youth and the talent that we have, and that mixed with some veterans we have. Hopefully, it starts to we figured it out. We'll start to get better and better each week. So
Yeah, I think being a big rival game like that's Greene County, you always just throw the records up and when it happens. It's on.
We're both 0-3. I understand that, but I felt like Friday there was 2 really good football teams out there. Neither one were making many mistakes. There were barely, less than 3 turnovers.
Yeah.
Not very many penalties. It was a clean, good football game. So, hats off to those guys. I thought they played really tough, and I thought our guys played tough, and it really did come down to the wire. Tyler makes the 2 extra points to put us up by 1.
Right.
And then we have a big defensive stop there at the end with less than 3 minutes left. So again, I can't be more proud of the team and my coaches and my players. Some nights it's your night, So
Yeah. So it's something that you can throw in a big rival game like that. You can throw those young players into the fire and they respond the way they did. I think the future is going to be bright for years on down the road for those guys. And this year too, I think it's going to really help them. And it's, every season you have to, it takes a while to get all the pieces put in the right places. And I think that's the mark of a good coach when you can adapt your personnel to whatever your offense is or defense is.
That's kind of what we've been doing the last few weeks. We have the right pieces, we really do, but we're starting to figure out where they fit.
Yeah.
That's helping us. It's going to help us this season. This season, I think we're about to start districts. The season's still here. It's a brand new season starting for us. The non-district games don't really matter as long as you do stuff in the district. So I'm excited for that challenge. And you're right, I'm excited about the future as well, but I'm excited for right now.
Yes, very much so. I thought the line did a tremendous job. when they did direct snap to Cottom and Aaron Finch, the lead blocker.
Yeah.
That line, I mean, they opened up some holes for the kid.
It's funny.
He ran hard too.
It's funny because we were joking last week in practice because when we put that in and Aaron would lead through there, it was like it parted the sea. Like nobody wants to get in Aaron's way because Aaron's a physical guy. So.
And Aaron had a great game too.
Yeah.
Passing and running the ball. I mean, at the end of the game, when the game was on the line, you had to run the clock. He answered the bell right there.
I told him today that I think that was the best game of his career. Not that the stats were super crazy, but he had really good stats on both sides of the football. And you could tell how bad he wanted to win that game. So
Yeah, when he hit Turner, number 2, Stephon Turner, on that crossing pattern for the touchdown and won the game. 4-yard touchdown.
Yeah.
That was a huge play. Huge play.
when you get Stephon in space too, and rarely anybody's going to catch him. So.
Well, he did a really good job running after the catch. I mean, he avoided a lot of tackles. He went all the way across the field.
Yeah.
And they couldn't touch him. That was really impressive. He's come a long ways in the last couple of games. Did really good. So, got a bye week. So, what are you guys doing this week for the bye week?
We're still practicing hard. We spent a little more time in the weight room and I'm watching film today than normal, but it's because we have that time. So we're still preparing for Harrisonburg next week and taking time to get better as ourselves, as our own team.
Yeah.
I always try to preach, it's not about who you play, it's how you play.
Right. That's right.
It doesn't matter who you're playing every Friday, it's how you play the game.
And so, like, for injuries wise, you think you have some guys to heal up?
Yeah, I think, we're a little sore and banged up and waiting on to see what exactly is wrong with Eli Myers. He's, a big contributor to this team, and we haven't had him for a few weeks. So take this time to see, what's going to happen there. But, so we're still getting ready. We're still practicing hard, getting after it.
We won't be here next Monday, but talk about Harrisonburg.
Yeah, I mean, Harrisonburg is another 4A school. They're a city school down in Harrisonburg, if you want to call it a city. They're bigger than us.
Yeah.
But, historically, they're a really good football team. I don't know a whole lot about them recently as much, just because I kind of just keep up with our district. So we're going to prepare to go over there for a war and see what happens.
So not many people know this, but I looked this up. It was actually a website I found this on. This is the 79th year of Madison County football. Next year will be 80 years of Madison football. And Madison County has 497 wins and 323 losses in those 79 years, which is contributes to a 60% winning percentage.
Yeah.
That is really impressive. I mean, people in Madison know when Madison football over here, it started in 46. We talked a little bit about it last week, some of the coaches. Hopefully later on in the year we want to talk about Coach Dean, his legacy that he left here. But 3 wins away from 500. That would be awesome to be able to get that this year.
Oh, yeah, that would be awesome.
So, thank you, Larry. I really appreciate I forgot. We're getting into the picks. Let's do the picks real quick. So, let's go through the college picks. I think this is a game you guys are going to, the team's going to, FSU at UVA.
I really want to root for UVA right now, but FSU has been playing some really good football. They are fast. As a whole, they are really fast. We'll see. I really like Morris, the quarterback at UVA. They've been playing some good football. So it'll be a good game. I'm excited. Blanda Wolf, his high school relations, reached out a couple weeks ago or a month ago, and he invited the whole team. So we're taking 55 players and coaches, and we're all going to the game together this Friday for a 7 p.m. kickoff. So it worked out really well for this bye week, huh? What a game! What a game!
I'm telling you what a great team bonding thing too for those kids.
Yeah, I think it's going to be awesome because I don't know that most of my kids have even been to a college football game, so that'll be really exciting and cool for them. So.
UVA's really improved. Their NIL's done them well with all the players they got. I mean, they got grown men in there playing.
Yeah.
I mean, most of their guys are either juniors or seniors. And Cam Robinson came back last week, led the team in tackles. That was a big, huge plus for them.
Cam Robinson was a heck of a player in high school. He played at Single A Essex. Did you know that?
Yes, I did.
So Single A high school and playing for UVA.
And I do know when he picked UVA, his last 2 schools was Florida State and Virginia.
Yeah.
So that's going to be a big game. And congratulations to you guys to be able to go. That's an awesome experience the kids will have. You go see that's a big time college football right there.
Yeah, I'd just like to thank Blanda and the UVA staff for even making it a possibility. So.
All right, and then we have, and I'm going to go pick FSU too, much as I hate to say it. But, yeah, this will be a measuring stick for UVA and what they're going to do the rest of the year too. We can talk about that for a long time, but Notre Dame and Arkansas.
Notre Dame.
Yeah, I think so too. Arkansas did not look good last
No,
week.
they didn't.
LSU at Mississippi.
I'm going to go with LSU.
Yeah.
They've been playing pretty well, so.
Yeah, they're pretty tough. Auburn and Texas A&M.
Mm.
Auburn lost. They
Yeah,
got robbed. They got robbed with that one play of passing feet.
I'm going to go with the Aggies.
Yeah, I'd say so. That's a big home field advantage. We got 110,000
Yeah.
people there. Virginia Tech and North Carolina State.
North Carolina State. Virginia Tech's in a mess right now. Got a lot going on.
I know they only played well for the last week. They seem like they bounced back some, but NC State played Duke really tough. And they've got a good quarter. And they have Hollywood Brown, I think it's
Yeah.
the running backs are really good. Oregon and Penn State. It's a big game this week.
That's going to be a good game. I wish I was going. I'm going to go with Penn State just because it's in Death Valley. It's up in
Happy guy.
Happy Valley. Sorry. It's up in Penn State, and that atmosphere is electric.
It's
So.
amazing.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. I like to pick Penn State too. Alabama and Georgia.
Georgia.
I'd say so
Yeah.
too.
I don't know why. Georgia.
Yeah, I think Alabama's played some cream puffs the last couple of weeks and we brought back down to size this week. Sorry, Alabama fans. Anyway, now we got for the pros in Minnesota, Pittsburgh.
I'm going to go with Pittsburgh. Kirk Cousins. Not Kirk Cousins. Jay McCarthy is out.
Yeah,
In Minnesota. They did win big yesterday, but
yeah.
Pittsburgh.
I'd say Pittsburgh too at home. Washington at Atlanta. No.
Yeah, Washington, Atlanta's just trying to figure it out right now.
Yeah.
They don't look very good.
I'm not a Commanders fan, but I see them walking the dog in that one. Cleveland at Detroit.
Detroit, I gotta go to Detroit.
I mean,
I'm pulling for Detroit here in about an hour.
That's the only reason why I put Detroit in here because I know you like them. Philadelphia, Tampa Bay. It should be a really good game. Philadelphia lucked out. I'm sorry. Eagles
Yeah,
fans.
he did.
I still think Philly. To me, I'm the type of person to be the man. You got to beat the man.
Oh, yeah.
They're still at the top. They're the defending champions. So.
Yeah, I'd say you're probably right, but Baker Mayfield is pretty daggone good.
He is.
Yeah, he's a stud.
You ever seen his? When he was in college, there was a dance video he did that went viral. He's a pretty good dancer. You ever seen that?
Yeah, he has a lot of energy, that's for sure. Baltimore and Kansas City. That's a good game.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say Baltimore. I don't think Kansas has looked that good so far this
They
year.
struggled last night against the Giants.
Yeah, they
The
have.
Giants are improving. Their offense is terrible. Their defense has really improved.
Yeah.
They've got some edge rushers, man.
I mean,
They're really good.
I will say I didn't think, and I know the Giants have some really good defensive linemen, but they couldn't protect very well.
Their offense is terrible. Chicago and Las Vegas.
I'm going to go with Chicago. Caleb Williams lit it up yesterday. He was slinging the ball all over the place.
I think the remedy for anybody that's struggling on offense is plays Dallas defense.
Yeah, that's true too. That's true.
I think me and Tracy Doris could line up as a Dallas Cowboy cornerbacks and do this as good what they're doing.
Oh, absolutely.
Now or
It can only last but one play.
Speak for yourself. I'm playing the whole game.
Green Bay at Dallas.
Green Bay.
The return of
Dallas.
Micah Parsons.
Dallas has got to figure some stuff out.
Ballistic.
Yeah, Parsons is going to be on fire. I mean, he is going to.
Yeah.
And that's the big problem with Dallas's struggles defensively is they have no pass rush.
Oh.
And those guys can't cover but so long. So that's really hurt them. And are you still all in, Jerry? That's all I'm going to say. I'm a Cowboys fan, but I'm Jerry Jones. All right, well, thank you, Larry. That's it. And we'll see you in 2 weeks, everybody. We'll have our guest speaker for tonight, the legend, number 10, quarterback for the Madison County Mountaineers, Mr. Tracy Dolan.
Thank you, Jerry. I appreciate it.
That's fun.
I would be glad I want to run over now.
Thank you, Jerry.
Yes, no, absolutely. Man, I love this helmet. Can I take it with me?
Yeah.
Seriously.
As long as you wear it up. Where you living now, Tracy?
Alexandria, Virginia.
You got to drive all the way to Alexandria with this on your head.
This is sweet.
You want to put it on right now and interview with the helmet on.
Well, it's been so long.
There you go, baby.
This ain't gonna fit me. We're gonna have to. You're gonna have to give one of my big heads.
So I got my great friend Tracy Doors. We went to school together.
That's
Graduated
right.
Madison in 1983. Tell us a little bit about your athletic journey in Madison. I want you to start from Little League on up.
Okay.
What teams you play for in Little League?
I played with Johnny Mitchell and Greg Ooch. You remember those guys?
The Jets.
No, we were the Redskins.
The Redskins, that's right.
Which
that's
I
right.
hate. You know, I'm a Cowboys fan. So,
I was with Shirley Dotson. I played on the Rams.
you're right. And, you know, are those guys still living up, by the way? Greg Ooch and Johnny Mitchell? I mean, because they were great coaches. Johnny was intense.
Well, Johnny Mitchell's grandson broke up the game, maybe defensive play of the game.
Really?
He passed at the end of the
Yeah,
game.
Avery Mission.
Is Johnny still with us in the past?
I don't know the answer to that.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
And
but
Greg, they were intense back in Little League.
I mean,
So that's where I started. But I was like a running back then,
yeah.
you know?
Well, I can tell you what, people don't realize it. Back then, there were no team helmets. You took what you got. There were no team jerseys. They had some jerseys, like the pennies you wore.
That's
But we had all different color helmets.
Yeah.
Some kids,
Yeah.
some kids couldn't even afford pants, and they wore blue jeans. Now let me tell you something. You think about
Yeah.
so that's a badass right there. You're playing in football in blue jeans. I'm telling you another one too. Tinkerbell Lutz.
Yeah.
Now, she was a badass, and she had bell bottoms. Now you imagine playing football with bell bottom jeans?
And let me tell you, Mike Wesley
Yes.
would wear the jeans, and he was running over people in jeans
I know.
because he had them big old thighs like Robert Newhouse. But Mike would run over you, and he just had pants and some jeans, you know. And he was phenomenal, man. And that's kind of how it started.
I mean, we had probably 6 teams, an all in-house team.
Yeah.
We all played each other. We didn't go nowhere else. We may have, I
That's
think
right.
at the end of the year, every year,
Yeah.
we would play like an all-star team. We'd go up to play Green County.
Yes, that's exactly right. And
With
you
that
know,
feeling-
I actually played quarterback that year because I don't know what happened to the quarterback.
We would go up there, and Green's got a nice field now.
Yeah.
That field they had back then was terrible.
Really?
I mean, there's white rocks on the field. and
Yeah,
everything
yeah.
else, man.
You fall, you get scarred up, you know, all kinds
They
of
have
stuff.
really nice facilities now, but back then,
Their
Yeah.
facilities now are
Yeah,
top notch.
yes, they are. They're really nice.
yeah.
But
So I went from there
Yep.
to 8th grade. You remember it was 8th grade,
mhm,
8th, 9th grade.
yes,
I think Craig Morris was our coach.
Earl Downs.
Yeah, one of them.
Yes.
But I remember Craig Morris coming to me and says, Tracy, I need a quarterback. And I said, well, okay, I'll play. And that's kind of how it got started.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we did pretty good because some of those guys had moved up to
Varsity.
varsity.
Mike was
Like
Mike was
Mike,
playing in the 9th grade.
exactly, Mike. And so he was kind of doing a dual role. He was JV, then he'll jump up to varsity. And then in the end of the year, when our season ended, him and David Dotson, I think.
Yes.
Was,
Fullback.
yeah, they were playing.
They would play fullback and linebacker.
Exactly. And then after that, I wasn't going to play my 10th grade year because I was so intimidated by the Banks brothers.
I can remember playing against Flu Vanna,
Yeah.
and this guy was going around the end, and Jeff Banks was a force. He was like 6'4".
Oh,
he was a man
he was
amongst
a
boys.
monster.
And this guy was going around
4-year
the end.
starter.
He was going around the end, and all he sees is big arm sticks out, and he hung this guy right up and he
Yeah,
clotheslined.
yeah.
That guy hit the ground like a ton of bricks.
Yeah.
And then he kicked like a 49-yard field goal in one
That's
game.
right. He was a kicker.
One
That's
game.
right. That's
Straight
right.
on kicker. No soccer style back then.
That's true. And so I wasn't going to play. I would never forget. I went home and told my dad. I said, I don't think I'm going to play this year. He was so distraught. He was like, I can't believe it. Your brother played.
Yeah,
My brother David.
Yes.
And he just looked at me and said, I can't even believe you even telling me this. So okay, I go out. Okay, I ended up playing. And then, I don't know if you remember, I broke my wrist.
Okay.
Don Bennett fell on me in practice, and my radius bone popped out.
Right.
So I was out. I was out like maybe 8 games, and then it hurt so bad. And then I remember I came back. I played 1 game against Waynesboro as a sophomore, and I was so nervous out there.
I can remember, people don't know if people remember this or not, but we were like, I can't remember what the cutoff was on the students. We had to move up to double A back then because there's only single A, double A.
That's right.
AAA.
That's right.
We had to move up. We only had like 3 or 4 kids over the limit. That's all it was.
Exactly.
And so we were going from playing Elkton and Montevideo and Lou Ray and Page.
Yeah.
Boom. Next thing you know, we're playing West Almar, we're playing Harrisonburg,
R.E. Lee,
Waynesboro,
and
Switch Draft.
And you know what was crazy? Like R.E. Lee, they would come to the games. They didn't have buses, like yellow buses. They would come in like Quicks buses, which is like trailways. And they would have 2 buses, and they would come off like the Dallas Cowboys because they had the color.
Yeah.
And they were good. And that year we finished. For our first year in Double A, we were 5-5.
Yeah.
We could have easily went 6 or 7-5. But then I'm gonna tell you, my junior year, we had the horses. We had the Maurice Weavers, the Wayne Johnsons, the Anthony Hills, the Mike Wesley, the Dawsons.
Yeah.
And
the Dawsons moved here from Maine.
that's right.
They were all state in Maine. They both came up.
And 2 games we should have won, and we should have been 9-1. We were the best team that never was, and I'm telling you, we should have went to the playoffs and went deep that year, but it's just how things go.
We ended up being 7-3.
It's 7-3.
We were talking earlier about the Western Albemarle game.
Western Albemarle game, 14 touchdowns, 1,000 yards of offense, and then of course we
49-48.
exactly, and then we went back to single A, and that's when we started 0-3, and we were thinking, what the heck is going on here? 0-3, and we just come out of Double A, dominating.
I think we lost to probably Orange Culpeper and
Orange Cup and Green for the first time. You remember?
Oh yeah.
For the first time.
Oh,
I
yeah.
never forget that. They were out on the street corner. They were just like, y'all suck, you this and you that, Mr. Dean, you this and you that.
And they were taking it like
Yeah.
keying people's cars.
Yeah.
Cutting the tires.
Yeah.
I can remember when we would pull into Greene County and pull up the Main Street. Mr. Dean would get up in front of the bus.
Yep.
Boys, put your helmets on.
Yep.
And
Yep.
all the way up the street.
Yeah.
And I'm sure people we did the same thing to them, but
Yeah. They
it
were
was
throwing
rocks.
stuff,
They were throwing rocks. It was pow, pow,
middle
pow, pow.
fingers, all kinds of stuff.
it was intense. Man.
But then we went 10 straight. We're in the state championship. I mean, we beat him, Ricky Bailey, Superman. I mean, we beat him.
Ricky Bailey.
Yeah.
Ricky
Lunenburg.
Bailey comes out
Yeah.
and has a Superman cape on.
Yeah.
And I think he was like, somebody said he walked up the streets of Madison, and I know.
Oh, yeah, because they stayed at Graves that night.
And then he also sent a dozen dead roses to that high school. I'm not 100% sure now, but I'm pretty daggone sure he did that.
And you remember, they came out. They were beating us like 13-0. Because he had a big, long run.
It was on a Saturday afternoon.
Yeah, Saturday afternoon. And he was just going off.
State semis, I think, right?
Yeah.
State semis.
Yeah.
Central Painter.
Yeah, Central Pain, because we had beat Flavanna, who was #1 in the state every year.
Yeah.
We beat them twice.
Regular season and the playoffs.
Yeah, we beat Lunenburg
Yeah.
and somebody else we beat. But so here, and nobody thought we was going to beat Central Pain because I think they had won like 20 in a row or something.
He goes on, he's like a 5-star recruit.
Yeah,
He goes on to play for Tech maybe 1 year. I
1
think he
year.
just disappeared.
I think half of the year, and he just quit football.
Yeah.
I mean, he was a monster. But we beat them in a 24-13 or something.
Yeah.
Because I didn't think we were going to beat them, and then of course we went on and lost.
There's a
Powell
video.
back.
I've seen that video. It's out there somewhere. You seen that?
Yeah, Timmy Taylor got all these videos. Somebody's got all these things.
There's a bunch on YouTube lately.
Is
Yeah.
it? Okay.
Yeah.
From the 80s, 70s,
Yeah.
90s.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But
So yeah, it was a great run. Coach Dean was I mean, he was so even keeled. He chewed me out one time because I didn't call a timeout or something during the game. And that's coaching. When you go from 0-3, 10 straight state championship, and you lose the state championship by this much on a missed field goal.
It's like a chip shot.
Chip shot.
Yeah.
And God rest his soul. Now I'm going to true confessions are good for the soul. Okay, I threw some ill-advised passes and stuff, but those guys were good, man. They were big. They were strong.
That was Powell Valley, Coach Powell.
Yeah.
Phil Robbins just passed away yesterday.
Oh, God rest his soul.
He was a legend of Mass. I think he won 7 state championships.
Oh, it was, he was a great coach. And they were very respectful as players.
He went on to coach UVA Wild after that, right?
Yes.
Did he? I didn't know that.
He sent the 2 Jones boys to Notre Dame and UVA and on to the NFL.
Yeah, he was huge in Fellowship of Christian Athletes. He was just a great guy. Yeah. And when I ended up playing in the All-Star game at UVA back in the summer of '83. Me, Mike, and I think Mark Dawson. And I met a lot of those guys, and they was just telling me how tough that game was. They was talking about how, you guys should have won the game,
So we were supposed to play that game, I believe, at UVA.
Yeah.
And then we played the state championship game at Weston Elmore.
Because we practiced up there that Thursday. I never forget, it was raining. And we just did a walkthrough. And then Mr. Dean was like, well, now let's go here at Western Albemarle. And the rest is history.
Yeah. So, you were first team on state?
I was second team behind Ricky Bell. I would say he was first team, I was second. And I actually went to Virginia Eastern Shore, and I was asking people about him because I would love to see him. Yeah. But everybody said he kind of went under seclusion, and it was what a shame because he was so talented.
Yes.
Because that's a guy who should have been in the NFL.
Yeah.
I mean, he was that good.
Yeah.
He really was.
Let's talk about some of your teammates. Mike Wesley.
Yeah,
Mike. We talked about Carlton Johnson and Raymond Kirkley, but Mike Wesley was a beast.
He was a horse.
He was like, 6 foot, 6'1"?
At that, but he was just
210.
Ran track, basketball.
He was the fastest guy on the team.
Yeah. And I was coming down the road thinking about all the guys who passed, like Rodney Ward. He was a monster.
Yep.
Barry Cornwell, Mark Dawson. We had a few guys on the team.
Ryan
Lillard. I mean, we had a lot of guys on the team. We had a lot of guys in school didn't play. You know what I mean? I think about Mark Stiles. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sheldon Carpenter.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sheldon was a monster. And, for whatever reason, he didn't play the last few years, there was a couple other guys, but
back then,
Todd Sharp, Precinct. We going to all these funerals. Yeah. These guys in their 50s. Yeah. Cancer, whatever. Barry was accident.
Rodney was accident.
Yeah. Alan Turner.
Yes.
Alan Turner. These guys were just they were an integral part of our team, and they were good ball players. It was a team of character to go from 0-3 because we could have just gave up. And them guys.
9 more wins.
Yeah.
You start 0-3 this year.
Yeah. And go 10 straight. You can do it. And the coaching was there. Yeah, but and I'm telling you, I cherish these memories. I miss it. I wish I could play it. Sometimes I'm serious. I'm not joking. I have dreams about that game. The Powell Valley game. But I wish I could just play it over one more time. And if I knew, if I knew now what I knew back then, it would be
another thing too. That you're talking about full disclosure. One of the biggest plays in the games when we were getting ready to go down to the field for the field goal. Mike Wesley lays injured.
Yeah.
He wasn't really hurt. He's faking the injury, so stop the clock.
That's
probably one of the smartest plays in the whole game.
Yes. And let me tell you, I gotta give Lucky Graves credit.
Yeah.
And I never thanked him for this. If he's watching, I thank him. I threw a little, it was like the end of the game, it was like a minute left. So I drop back and I'm desperate. I just throw the ball down the field 40, 50 yards. Gets picked off. So Lucky goes around the guy and strips him. And so it was like a 40-yard play. I don't know if you remember that.
Yeah.
He strips him. And so we down to the 30-yard line. And I'm like, wow. And that's when we drove down to the 2 or 3 yard line.
Yeah, right.
That much.
Yeah. They were losing 14-13.
14-13. And again, it was a perfect hold because I held it. But it kind of went up and to the right a little bit because one of the referees almost did like this, There was like 5,000 people at that game, 6,000 people.
I've seen pictures and videos. Like I said, I've been watching some games.
Yeah.
In that place, there's no standing there.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I was telling Jerry, we left about 10 to get up there about 11:30. Their side was packed. They had brought like 20 or 30 trailway buses. They were packed. I was just like, what? I've never seen a side packed like that. But they were big, Powell Valley was just, they love their football down there.
Yeah, they were a Denver Society. We lost the state championship in basketball to them too.
Really?
And then we lost to them again in '98.
Yeah.
When they had one of the Jones, I think it was Jewish Jones in.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's crazy to think about it. Football was such a big part of people's lives in this county.
Yeah.
And we had, it was just phenomenal. I mean, tell me what experience it was playing back then.
And you know what? And I was a little kid. We were all out there playing with a baseball field, and we just couldn't wait for the Mountaineers to come out. They would just walk out, no hoopla. They would walk slow. They had the big blue on, and we sixth grade. I'm just like, I can't wait to play for these guys.
Yeah.
And I would go home. I grew up on the dirt roads down in Tanners, but I would just go out there and dream playing for Coach Dean. I would just, because I had nobody to throw to. I would throw to like trees, telephone poles, and pretending I'm winning the game and all this kind of stuff.
I mean, back then, never was about, hey, I want a D1 scholarship. I want to play for the Cowboys.
No.
It was about playing for Madison. That's all you dream about.
Big Blue.
That's what you want to do, man.
That's Big Blue, man. I couldn't wait to play, man, and it just used to send chills down your spine, man, just to see them walk out quiet, and then it was on.
Well, the intimidation factor back then was big too.
Yeah.
A lot of the games were over before you started.
Oh, absolutely.
They just knew. I mean,
yeah.
I can remember another playoff game one time. We were playing, I think it was down the Eastern Shore one time. This was back in the '90s, early '90s, and the Madison backs, receivers, and all the special teams guys would come out, and the fans were over there, like, hey, y'all ain't got nothing, you ain't no big. Then the lineman would come out. Yeah. I think this is back when Sleepy, it was against Parksley. That's exactly what it was. The Madison won 7-0.
Yeah.
Then comes Sleepy Johnson and Ronald Johnson.
Yeah.
And Hank Williams and all those guys.
Those boys was intimidating.
Oh, they were like 6'4", 6'5".
Yeah.
They were huge.
And they were mean, man. They would just rip your head.
When they walked out of the field and started hollering, I think it was Greg Oops, somebody said was screaming. Yeah. He was like a linebacker, like 6'3". He was like Dick Buckus.
Right. That's right.
And you could hear a pin drop in the stands over. It just shut right up. Nobody said nothing after that. And we ended up winning 7-0. I think that record was finally broken, but it stood for a long, long time. And he started right after.
Yeah. And, even after you win that game, JMU was always playing the games on the radio. And you just sit there and just listen to it the whole game. And, some of them guys I knew, the Lawrence Youngs, Mike Stiles, the Walter Strawlers. I mean, you like you said at the Hall of Fame, you envy these guys. You wanted to be like them. I mean, it was year after year, just just
Some teams rebuild, Madison is reloaded.
Yeah, and that's what we did.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was
that's
crazy.
what we did.
Crazy times we lived in. Thankful we lived in when we did.
Yeah, and we didn't want to let down the fans. The fans was always great. The community was great.
Support was
Yeah,
great.
yeah.
So after you get out of high school, so what do you go play college ball?
Yeah, I went to Liberty.
Okay.
I went to Liberty and got recruited by them, and we finished my first year 2-9 or something like that. And then we had a coach change, and so it saddened me because I knew the passion wasn't there anymore. I never forget taking off my jersey, taking off my pants for the last time, and I said I'll probably never play. They had asked me to stay on, with the new coaching staff and stuff like that. But they were recruiting more quarterbacks and stuff like that. But it was a good experience because I played with about 5 guys that went in the NFL. And we were D2 back then. But we had some phenomenal athletes, a lot of.
Who'd you play with?
Kelvin Edwards.
Okay.
He played with the Saints. Fred Banks.
Yeah.
Yeah, Fred Banks. Big Eric Green.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, remember Big Eric Green?
Was it tight end?
Yeah.
Yeah, tight end.
First round pick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I played with him. About 3 or 4 other guys, Wayne Haddix. They went on and played like 6 or 7 years. Again, this was D2. And Eric was the only one who really got, Eric and KE, and I still talk to these guys, but in the All-Star game, I played with DJ Dozier.
Yeah.
I mean, he was All-American
He
at
went
Penn State.
Penn State, and then he
Yeah.
played for the Dolphins.
Yeah, and Minnesota.
Yeah, Minnesota, that's right.
Melvin Jackson, and coming from single A, and trying to play, and I'm thinking, how good are we? This other kid played at Notre Dame, Banks, but I mean we hung right in there with them. Me and Mike started that game. Coach Dean was the coach, and we lost the game, but they had Farrell Edmonds, big tight end.
Yeah.
He played with the Seahawks.
With Farrell Edmonds.
Yeah, and
3
his
sons
son's
played for Tech.
Yeah.
The one was made 2 interceptions for
Yeah.
the Bears the other day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They played for Dan Riverland.
That's right. That's exactly correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we were proud of the fact that we played with these guys. We was on their level. The stuff coming from single A, they were all like triple A. We're talking about parade All-Americans we were playing with.
Yeah. That'd be a great experience.
Yeah, it really was. And DJ and I are still real good. As a matter of fact, I talked to him this morning. Great guy, living back in Virginia Beach. And he was the #1 running back in the country.
Yeah.
Coming out of Virginia that year.
Yeah.
And first freshman to start for Paterno, ever.
They're running back.
You're running back.
So after college, what have you been doing for yourself?
Just found a niche. I moved to D.C., Alexandria, Maryland area, and ended up getting into. I was going to be a cop. I was going to work for Arlington County Police Department, but at the last minute, my mother was like, "Oh, it's dangerous," because that was back when the crack cocaine stuff was going on. She was like, "Well," I ended up working for a law firm and becoming a paralegal, doing patent and trademark stuff. I've been doing that for the last 30, 35 years. So, I got a beautiful daughter. Last year at Arizona State. So, so that's it. Just trying to survive, but eventually one day coming back to the area. I would love to come back. Hopefully, Coach can bring me on staff. Yeah. I just miss Madison. It's always
One of my favorite things is just listening to all these stories.
Yeah.
I mean, I was born in the late '80s.
Yeah.
I have those memories.
Right.
Watching Raymond and stuff.
Sure.
I was in like 6th, 7th grade.
Right.
And I remember seeing that, but like, it's awesome to hear the stories from the '70s, '80s.
Yeah. It was great times, great coaches, great family, great friends, and it's just great I mean, it's just great to see Jerry doing what he's doing. I mean, this is great. I mean, I really appreciate him calling me. I hope he'll invite me back sometime.
Oh, that'd be great.
And give me a helmet that fits.
Well, next time you decommission helmets, you gotta get one for Tracy. You
Yeah.
gotta find one for Tracy.
Yeah. And give me number 10 jersey. I was and actually, you know why I got number 10? I was a big fan. I'm gonna go way back. Jerry probably remember. Art Sleester from Ohio State.
Ohio State, yeah.
You
Oh,
got
that's the
busted.
guy. Got busted for gambling.
Yeah.
Who was a role model?
Art Sleester. Look up Art Sleester. He was incredible.
Yeah, at Ohio State.
Yeah.
Went on in the NFL and ended up betting on games.
Bet them games, took his $100,000 bonus and blew it one day on the track. Art Sleester, man. I think he's back in jail. But I just love that number 10, man.
I remember Timothy Ackman was playing talking to me.
Yeah. I was a big fan of his too.
Well,
Okay.
thank you. We really appreciate you coming on.
No problem.
It's been so
sir.
much fun talking to you.
Yeah. Let's do it again, man.
Definitely, I encourage everybody. We won't be here next Monday, but Monday following we'll be here.
Yeah.
We're going to have some interesting guests in the next couple of weeks. Encourage people to come out
Yeah.
and visit us
That'd be nice.
on this
Fill
video.
this room up. Yeah.
Yes, fill the room up. And then on this video, like and share it.
Yeah.
Whatever you got to do to get it out there. Let's get more people to know about this. Because what we're trying to do here is celebrate our current kids that are in school, but also trying to honor our past and legacy we have. We have a big
That's
legacy
beautiful.
that a lot of times doesn't get recognized.
Yeah.
And so,
Yeah, that's good.
thank you, Tracy.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
too, man.
Thank you for tuning in.
Yeah.